full house this morning. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for your time. Great movie. There's someone inside your house. I want to direct some of these questions individually, but feel free to answer as well because some of them are a little bit general. I'll start with Asjha. I want to ask you, what makes teenagers such a great fit for the horror genre?
um, that's such a good question. The first answer that came to mind is that teenagers most of the time make decisions based off of like emotion. So maybe they're not the most like rational decisions because they just kind of go for it. They're like, you just killed my friend. Instead of maybe calling the cops, getting them involved, but yeah, it just makes it exciting because they just go with their first instinct instead of, being very like in their mind and in their mental. But I think that's fun to watch sometimes, emotional based people.
Yeah, I think you guys are definitely right because some of the most iconic films feature obviously a lot of teenage cast. So Dale, I'm going to ask you, what is scarier? Having a killer coming after you or having a whole community find out some of your darkest secrets?
I feel like they're so paralleled because it depends on really what your secret is. If your secret's nothing crazy, then I'm sure you could get away with that. But if you're holding something really deep and really dark inside you and you don't want an entire town to know, I think that could be just as scary as someone coming after you.
Diego, you had a little bit of a reaction. Do you have anything to add to that?
Well, yeah, if you have something that you don't really want, like the big community, if you have something that you don't want a big community to know, it's almost as if like someone is coming after you as well. Yes. So that's why they are very parallel. So yeah.
Jesse, I want to ask you, why is it so easy for a group to exclude someone like Oliver and instead of trying to get to know them a little bit better and accept them? And why is it important that films continue to kind of push the idea of acceptance?
Oh, that's a great question. I think it can be tough if, you're in a friend group and you love everyone there and like your friends are all really great and they all are excluding someone. And you want to be inclusive and bring people in. It's kind of like you're having to go against your community, but I think like it is important to be inclusive of everyone and it is important to make everyone feel like they're welcome. So I think it's about like, even if people in your tight community, your family or your friends are kind of like shutting someone out for no good reasons, like it's important to like have the strength and the courage to be like, hey, actually like this person's just like us, and bring them in, try to like make the community a bigger place. Yeah.
So I want to ask about some of the kills, and unfortunately I can't because I don't want to give anything away because that's the fun of the movie. Yeah. But at a personal level with you guys, and this is an open question, so anybody feel free to answer. I want to know how do you all as actors handle seeing some of your co-stars being killed on screen? Does that have any effect on you, or do you have kind of like a coping mechanism, maybe ice cream or?
I mean, it's hard because you feel a little detached because you know what goes on behind the scenes, but it definitely is a little jarring when you see someone that you met and probably went out for drinks with, and then you watch the movie and you're like, oh no, what are you doing? what's going on?
I feel twisted because I watch and I'm like, wow, they're doing a great job. Their mouth switch right there. So good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely really good about the acting. There was a couple of kills. One is I just don't talk about it. Yeah, it's just like, whoa, they really did that. So I was always curious to know how you guys felt, just because I didn't know if there was something else behind. But yeah, I can obviously see that from what Jesse says.
Proud.
Part of that, yeah.
We're proud of them.
The eye twitch. Yeah. Asjha,
Go ahead, die. You're doing so great.
Yes.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's part of your exercises, right? If you go to acting school or things like that, it's portrayal of death, right?
Am I right or wrong? Practice being murdered.
Awesome. Any fun stories on set? Maybe you guys want to share real quick. I know we're running out of time.
Ooh, I have one. I mean, it's not from set, but it's just one of the best memories I have when we were out there. Do you know what I'm gonna say, Dale?
Yes. I love it. I love it. That's why I brought it up for this exact question.
Wait, me and Dale went bungee jumping.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, and that was exciting and thrilling and full of fear. And I couldn't do it alone because I was like, I got to the top and I got so scared and I couldn't do it alone. And they were like, well, someone could jump with you. And I was like, who's gonna do that? And then Dale, my knight in shining armor.
I got you.
Wait,
I got you.
Shining in armor, whatever. Yeah, he comes up. He like walks up and he's like, just hold on to me, babe. And I hold on to him.
And we did it. And we did it, right?
We did it.
We did it.
It was the most amazing experience. And it's like, it just sticks out in my head of when we were filming in Vancouver. It was amazing.
You were clutching on to him when
I literally was holding him.
Yeah.
And then he did the jump. He was like, just close your eyes. I closed my eyes and then he jumped. It was amazing.
That sounds like a great bonding experiencing. Asjha, Diego, Jesse, Dale, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Emmanuel.
Thank you.
Thanks, Emmanuel.